Shouldn't be too hard at all.
Sure. Snap, Maestro. Only, where do we start?
Right here.
Howdy everybody, I'm back again, and this time I've got a full radio in this case, and we're looking at an AWA Radiola, the Champion 4, model something or other, can't think of it at the moment. 1950s, or 1950 is when they were produced, and this one is in excellent condition, and the case still shines, and there it is. Power cord has been cut off by somebody, and what have we got? The tuning, that's a bit tight, but it works. What's this one? Oh yeah, on off. Could be tone with it as well, and volume. Well, they're all turning freely. Alright, let's get this sucker working again, if I can. So, these things again. Okay, let's get a big screwdriver on it. See what we're in for. Actually, I enjoy opening these things up for the first time. As to whether I'm going to be happy or sad, don't know. Sure. Yep. Somebody's clearly looked after this little baby. Probably in someone's collection, I would suspect. Okay, pull the back off. Let's see what we get. Alright. 6AR7 GT, I know that one. And that'll be the output tube, detector, and the rectifier there. Oh, and there's what's left of our power cord. And dilly, it is, from what I can see, untouched. That is great. Love working on untouched radios. I suppose when I'd probably learn more by restoring radios that have been gotten to by other people. I think that's when the learning really starts. So I hope you don't mind me showing you the uncasing of these things. It's down there, safe. Just a minute, pull the knobs off. Something's holding it. Let's have a look. That'll do. Actually, the internals are very nice. The cloth is in superb condition on that. What cloth there is, but still, that's very nice. Okay, speaker looks to be in good condition. Yeah, the cone's fine, there are no holes in it whatsoever. Yep, tuning works well. And there's the inside of it. So what do we got? Two filter caps. I haven't got the schematic, I will look at it. I don't know, 16s, 24s, who knows. A lot of black caps, mica I think, and some resistors. There's not too much in this at all. So I'm going to not waste your time, but I'm going to, ooh, sorry, there we go. I'll get set up for the standard power checks, make sure the transformer's working as we always do, and we'll take it from there. Okay, ready to check our transformer. I've got a temporary power supply put in, and my on-off switch is on, and we'll go with the HT, high tension, high voltage, off the rectifier, and that's right there. So I'll come in a bit more. So it's a 5x3, and on the 5x3 the plates are pins 4 and 6. So finding the notch on the centre plug of the valve, count clockwise. So there's 1, 2, yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pin 4, 5 and 6. So attach our leads. I think that's on, yeah, that one, that's still there, good. And zoom back. Set our multimeter to AC voltage, variax on, and let's give it a spurt of power and see what happens. There we go, about a quarter turn, 133 volts. So that's good. Next we'll just check our 6.3, and on 6.3 I think pins 2 and 8 on the rectifier. So that's pin 2 there, and that's pin 1, there's pin 8 just there. Okay, didn't get on. Okay, pretty sure. And come back. Let's have a look. So quarter turn should get about a volt. Yep, 1.7. That was more than a quarter. So voltages are fine, and well, they're working anyway. Oh, and while I'm here, I'll just mention it. On the power transformer, I have noticed, generally there's a, not always, but when there's a red dot against one of the terminals on the primary side, the red dot doesn't indicate power, it indicates common. Seems to be a convention back in the day. So we know that's common. That's most likely 220 volts, and that one will be 240. And of course we can just measure the resistance between the common to the 220, and let's just say that might measure out at 44 volts or 44 ohms. And then from the common to the next terminal, that should measure higher, say at 50 odd volts. And if we measure between the 220 and the 240, it should be the difference between the two. It would be something like 6 or 7 ohms. So yeah, again, nice simple way to do it. And thank you to Uncle Doug for showing me how to do that. So the next thing we'll do is test the speaker and the output transformer. Okay, I've traced the wires going to the primary side of the output tranny, and we have a blue and brown. Here's our blue. It's attached to the tone control, which is also receiving a signal from the, I don't know if you can see it, but it's down there, the output valve, which is normal. We've just decided to route it that way. And so that's our signal, and the power is happens to be that pin there, which is pin number 1. And if you look at the pin out for the 5x3, pin 1 has no connection. They've used it as simply as a bridging point, and they've joined up the brown wire which goes to pin number 2, and we get a direct feed of power from our power transformer. So I'm going to put my red, which I think is audio, onto the audio part of the input, and black for power, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully it works. Come on. Okay, gotcha. Right, let's power on. Nothing. Okay. Try it the other way. Nothing. Ooh, I heard something actually. Ugh. Let's earth it instead to the chassis and the red there. Getting nothing. Nope. Oh, I can hear, no, I can hear crackling. Wondering why I'm not getting anything out of it. But anyway, that's interesting. Hold on. I'm just going to run a small test. Got it. I had the signal generator set at ×1. The signal was too low for me to hear. So just red on there onto the audio wire that goes into the output training, and black I've just earthed in it, and so that's good. That's working. All right. Easy. As I said, I confuse myself. So next bit, I'll get this stuff out of the way, and we'll change the filter caps. Right. So these are both 24 microfarad electrodes, and I have a couple of these. Here we are, and I can see this one is connected straight to the one of the IF cans, probably the first, second one, no, and that's the negative side of it, and the positive side is connected to the rectifier. Again, filtering power. So this one, second one, that's connected to something else, probably on the rectifier, can't really be sure, and the negative side is earthed. So how do I know that that's the positive? Well, swing it around, and you can see red, well, what's meant to be red, and that indicates it's that positive, and the top side will be just metal. Can you see that? Yes, you can. There they are, right there. So that will sit in nicely. Right, I'll cut that out, and no need to do one side at a time. It's going to be incredibly difficult to do that. Oh, maybe it's not. And excuse me, where is that wire? There it is. Well, that's insulated, and I think just looking for fit, that's pretty good. Get it in there, and yeah, my hand's going to be in my way, so I'll cut the camera and just get that in and come back. I've got the negative side. Polarity is correct. Right, I've managed to earth the second cap. So it's in nice and solid and soldered. And now I've just got to connect the positive to this wire, which goes to pin number 7 on the rectifier. And I don't know what pin 7 does, but I could look it up. And probably won't. But anyway, let's trim some of this lead. And yeah, naturally. Let's see what I can do. Put a hook there. Straighten that up. And fit, you bastard, fit. Got it. Now comes the hard part. Trying to crimp that. I can't get in there. Yeah. Try that. Nope. Okay. Finally got it. And there it is there. Alright. Let's solder. Finish this off. Done. Well, we are ready for a test. The two most likely caps most likely to explode have been replaced with brand new ones. The rest all look okay. Going to replace them anyway, of course. And we know the speaker's working. We know transformers giving out the voltages. So that's all good. I'll just keep rolling, I think. Touch my aerial. And here we go. And power's on. I'll be watching the current limiter. And let's bring it up slowly. 60 volts. Current limiter's nice and dull. In fact, nothing's coming from it. That's good. No smoke so far. 100 volts. Dull globe light is working. One of them anyway. Alright, 150, 170 volts. Everything looks good. 200, let's go to 240. And we have nothing. That's disappointing. But probably a valve. I'm not even hearing any crackles, but I do know the speaker works. Okay. Turn the power off. And I'll turn it around and have a look at the... Oh, let's have a look at the valves. That's the output valve. Is that it? Anyway, I'll turn the light off and we'll see if the valves are glowing. Well, the detector valve is... I can't tell if the second one is. The output is glowing and so is the rectifier. Still no sound. getting crackling. Yep, here we go. Ooh, dirty as. That's full volume. Yeah.
Number 7 over 4 and 1, 7, 8, 4. The third leg, race 7.
Cool.
Lachlan likes 3, Talon 8.
Power that off. So all the valves are working. It could have simply been with the output valve not sitting properly. Could have been. But either way, it works. And that's good. So, power's off. Alright. Next thing, standard operating procedure on this stuff. We replace the equivalent of the wax caps. Or paper caps, they call them in the on the schematic for this particular one. So, I'll start changing them and come back regularly, and we'll see if the performance of this improves. And hopefully it will. Back soon. Well, I've changed 3 caps, an 047, 0.01, sorry, 0.1 and a 0.1. So, obligatory power test. Let's see what we get. And we're waiting. Come on. Nothing. Oh no. Well, that's taken a while. What are we getting? I'm at the low end of the band and nothing there. That comes in loud and strong. I think that's community radio. Towards the high end of the band. Yeah, Greek station, yeah. Okay, so I'm not even picking up the ABC, which is very strange, but I believe I'm picking up the community radio, and that's coming in loud and strong. Strange. And it's taking a fair while for it to kick in too, so the valves could be, one or more could be, just weak. So I'll deal with that later, but for now I'll just continue with the caps. I'll change a few more caps, and I've got it powered up.
Maybe he was.
And I've found something interesting. Okay. There's something loose in there.
That doesn't mean he wasn't listening.
I've managed to get the ABC. And
weird right now, but that's okay. I guess
it's not doing it now, but
they're going to do stuff. They're probably out in the bike ride. Sure. Roads.
Don't know what's causing it. There you go. They're not.
Collision in.
You lose it, it comes back.
Chance a large diesel spill being cleaned up. Creek Road,
or if there's nothing loose, is it the
get onto the Princess Freeway? Traffic's down to.
Well, it doesn't like that, does it?
You can't make that left turn onto. Wait, things are a touch slow through the Burnley Tunnel from the Westgate Freeway onto the Monash after a breakdown. That little lane's just reopened about 5 minutes ago. High Street Booklet is closed until next month.
Don't know.
For these bridge works.
Oh.
Between Clifton Hill and Preston, if you're driving the best way through
interesting.
South Street and Heidelberg Road.
Have to find it. I'll continue with the recapping.
When a lot of folks were seeing with.
Well, I was going to recap, but that problem I was having with signal cutting in and out just got to me. Being my bonnet and all that sort of thing. So I figured that the detector valve was going to be probably okay. It's getting signal. Output valve's working. Rectifier clearly is working. And leaves me with the IF amplifier valve. So what I did, I grabbed a spare, put it in, and same thing. Then I thought, oh well, I'll put the original one back in. You know, maybe that's just not the problem. And lo and behold,
like some of them 10 or so years after they were
problem
launched,
seems to be fixed.
look just like kind of fields with
So I'm shaking around, and
they certainly don't look like forests or regenerating forests.
the station comes in smoothly and goes out smoothly, apart from all the interference, of course. But
you can imagine turning on breakfast TV in Australia, a panel where people are openly discussing whether
and the volume is
the next stop is more appropriate for a military coup, and they're being sort of zero.
so. All I can put it down to is, at this point anyway, unless the problem comes back, bad connection within the valve socket, and just moving valve out, another one in, back again, cleaned it up. So later on I'll give them a bit of a clean.
And their message across. So I think,
And it is still taking a fair while for it to warm up. Or maybe I'm just impatient. But anyway, that problem appears to be solved. Right, all the caps have been replaced, and a nice little couple of yellow ones in there, and it's running well.
On ABC Radio Melbourne.
And everybody
And
has been
that
walking past.
problem we had still not there; it's gone. So I'm very confident it was a dirty socket on the IF amplifier valve, and it's reasonably sensitive across the entire band. Of course, I'm not going to get a lot with the light going on.
While she was speaking, the situation came to light on the same day.
Well, that's
a
good.
report was released about the treatment
One of my
women.
favourite stations. So
Scott Morrison says it's unacceptable behaviour.
nice. All right. So I'm going to take the advice of my viewer Ken, and I'm going to shorten these videos up. So I'm going to make them multi-part, and they can tend to get a bit too long. So I'll cut it from now, and in this video I'll come back and we'll do all the resistors, and really that won't take long at all, but a few other tests, and we'll see if an MP3 works on it, how well that works on it. So see you on part 2.